maybe we weren't always getting on the defensive end, and she's just willing to do whatever it takes for this team.
Sophie Cunningham has never been one to hold back. She's fierce, fiery, and fearless, both on and off the court. But when she opened her latest podcast episode with the chilling words, "I can't stay silent anymore," it became immediately clear that this wasn't just another casual episode. It was a declaration of war against a league she once called home. Within hours, clips from her show spread like wildfire, igniting debates across social media and leaving the WNBA shaken to its core. Because this time, Sophie Cunningham wasn't just speaking her mind, she was calling out the entire system. From the moment she hit record, Sophie tore into everything the league had tried to keep buried. She named names, exposed secrets, and unveiled the quiet power plays that shaped the WNBA from behind the curtain. But what truly stunned listeners wasn't her raw honesty, it was what she revealed about Caitlin Clark, the rising star who has become both the league's brightest light and its greatest source of tension. Sophie's voice trembled not with fear, but with frustration that had clearly been building for months. "They want us quiet. They want us controlled," she said. "But they can't stop me anymore." She went on to claim that the league had tried to silence her, that even the commissioner herself had banned her from training with elite coach Chris Brickley. Every word she spoke painted a picture of a league at war with itself, a place where loyalty comes with punishment, and where standing beside Caitlin Clark can turn a player into a target. Then came the moment that changed everything. "I am leaving this league," Sophie declared. "I can't survive in a system that kills its own players' spirit." The words hit like a thunderclap. A star player, one of the WNBA's most outspoken voices, announcing in her own podcast that she might be walking away for good. It was a stunning act of defiance, and fans knew instantly, the league would never be the same. Sophie didn't stop there. She called the WNBA toxic, unfair, and rotten from the inside. She claimed that players who support Caitlin Clark are routinely punished, sidelined, and blacklisted. "They can't stand that America loves Caitlin Clark," she said. "They can't handle her popularity. And anyone who supports her becomes a problem." Those words sent social media spiraling. Was the WNBA really punishing players for standing behind its most marketable star? Or was Sophie simply saying what others were too afraid to admit? Behind the scenes, reports began to surface that her comments had thrown the league into chaos. Meetings were called. Statements were drafted. But Sophie wasn't backing down. On her show, she dared the league to come after her. "You can fine me, ban me, or blacklist me," she said. "But you can't take my voice away." And then, almost cryptically, she added, "I'm not the only one. You'll see soon." That final line has left fans guessing and worried. If Sophie isn't alone, could other players be preparing to speak out too? Could this be the start of a reckoning inside the WNBA? Meanwhile, her future with the Indiana Fever now hangs in the balance. Some insiders claim she's already done with the team, pointing out how she didn't mention the Fever once in her latest podcast, something she'd always done before. Others suggest the franchise may be preparing to part ways with her quietly to avoid further controversy. "It does sound like the Fever are not going to keep her," one commentator said. "If she's demanding a max contract, I wouldn't be surprised if they move on." Still, for many fans, Sophie Cunningham is the embodiment of what the WNBA should be: bold, unfiltered, and unafraid to speak truth to power. She's the one who stood up for Caitlin Clark when few others would, the one who challenged the culture of silence that has long plagued women's basketball. On social media, supporters flooded her comments with praise, calling her the fearless voice the league needed. Others mourned what they called the death of authenticity in a league that once prided itself on empowerment. And at the center of it all stands Caitlin Clark, the superstar who seems to spark controversy simply by existing. Sophie's claims that the league is trying to break her mentally and emotionally echo what many fans have suspected for months: that the WNBA, desperate to maintain control, doesn't know how to handle the power of a player who's already bigger than the game itself. "This is the star power they've been begging for," one analyst said, "but when they finally got it, they didn't know what to do with it. They fought it." Now, rumors are swirling that Sophie could be suspended again for damaging the league's image. But her response was as fearless as ever. "If telling the truth damages your image," she said, then maybe your image is the problem. That line alone has become a rallying cry for her supporters, a slogan echoing across comment sections and highlight reels. As for what comes next, no one really knows. Some say Sophie might join a new sports media platform, free from WNBA control. Others believe she'll head overseas, where she can play without the politics. And a few whisper that this could be part of something even bigger, a new movement led by players tired of being silenced, ready to take back their voices. Through it all, one thing remains certain: Sophie Cunningham isn't afraid anymore. Whatever the cost, she's choosing truth over comfort, loyalty over politics, and authenticity over silence. "Caitlyn deserves respect, not politics," she said. "If you can't protect your stars, then you don't deserve them." And maybe, just maybe, she's right. Because if Sophie truly walks away from the fever, from the WNBA, from the very league she once helped define, it won't just mark the end of an era. It could spark the beginning of a revolution in women's basketball. What do you think? Should Sophie Cunningham leave the WNBA for good and take her voice somewhere new, or can the league still be saved from itself? Let me know your thoughts below, and if you want to keep following stories like this one, make sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned, because this story is far from over.